Hello and welcome to his monthly spiritual reading. The purpose of this is to help give you insights on how to become a better you by divination. These readings are typically good for men who are in a serious relationship, i.e. husbands, fiancés, boyfriends, those who are looking to take it to the next level. My name is Tamana. I will be your divination for today. I've been divining for over 10 plus years. I've also traveled other schools of thoughts, including Tantra, to bring you a wealth of knowledge to your reading. These readings are typically good for 14 days. It covers a little bit about your past, what's going on with you right now, and 14 days into the future. So do me a favor before we get started, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Now these readings are set up, if you're looking at the zodiac reading, I usually do it in sets of 3. So look for the video that corresponds with your sign. And if this is like a book review / reading or a tantric man's reading, just look for the timestamp for the card or the crystal or the words that you are trying to focus on for the month. So let's get started without further delay. And it is a pleasure to do your reading. Okay, so if you can hear me, yes, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me for September 2022, his monthly reading. I'm not sure why sometimes it's on the bottom and then sometimes it goes to the top. Anywho, just making sure that you guys can hear me. And just 1 second. So these readings, as you said, cover a little bit about your past, what's going on with you right now, and 14 days into the future. This is the reading for the eagle. So if the eagle is what resonated with you for this month to look up and be in the divine, you are in the right place. Okay? Let's go ahead and get that crawler started. So for you, let's get the gist of it. It's coming from blessings. Blessings coming from the world. And it is Koto Jale. So it's not guaranteed. But, there's some work involved, which we'll get into. But I wanted to show you this before we get started. But it's blessings coming from the world. Okay, but there is a little bit of work involved because we want the Ruth's Chris blessings versus the McDonald's blessings. Okay, so the blessing you're going to eat. Okay, the decision is it Ruth's Chris or is it McDonald's, right? Is it Tassili's or is it, cheese crackers and peanut butter? The choice will be yours based on what we do. So it's my pleasure to help guide you to that optimal level that you want to achieve. So the first proverb, let's get into it. Let's get into that first proverb. Okay, so your first proverb is Fiona doesn't know if the eyes are red or black, afraid to look at your own fault on your own fault. Okay, that's 2 parts. Okay, so the story is like this. Eshu heard 2 brothers. They always said that, hey, we never fight, we never argue, we're the best of friends. It's always smooth sailing. We're not like these other normal people. We have just, the best relationship. And Eshu, who is the Orisha of trickery, mundane things, he's very childlike, but he's also, he brings all the messages to all the other Orishas. So you appease him, you can get to all the other ones. But his thing is like, you think so? Let's say, I bet you I'll put that theory to what you guys just said to the test. So he painted one side of his body red and painted the other side of his body black. So he's walking down the street. So one brother lives on one side, the other brother lives on the other side. So he started dancing, making a spectacle of himself, doing what he does, right? And so when he walked past and the brothers came back together, it's like, oh, did you see that crazy dude in red? He's like, I don't know if I saw a crazy dude in red, but the crazy dude in black was off the chain. You should have seen it. I said, I don't think he was black. I think he was red. No, he wasn't red. He was black. And so they began to argue. And then as Shu came back, switched around and came up and he said, oh, I thought you guys never argue. And it was like, oh. And the moral to the story is perception. Everybody sees things differently. Let me give you another example. If you're walking down the street and you see somebody running and they throw a brick at the storefront and bust the glass, it's like saying, this is why we can't have anything. They can't, people don't respect anything. They just vandalize and whatever and whatever. And as you get closer, you notice there's a fire in the store and the man threw the brick because the people could not get out and they needed to get out. Again, it's all about perception. Yours is different than everyone else. Don't let the fact that they have a different perspective allow it make you go to a place where you're prejudging and you miss what you're supposed to get. Does that make sense? Okay. If it does, just let me know. It also talks about lineage. You need to learn more about your lineage. Also talks about it may be time to legalize that thing. You may need a legal marriage. It's motherly relationships. So this is talking about motherly relationships, whether okay, so perspective, right? Learning to get your perspective out and being objective, learning to get your perspective out and being emotionally mature, and knowing that even though we may be coming from different perspectives, we can still come together and make agreements that is beneficial for us, i.e., conscious relating. You grow and you grow, you go over there and you do your growth, and I go over there and I be my growth, and you come back to me being the best version that you can be, and I come back to you being the best version that I can be, and let's put those best versions together in order to build, create manifestation and bliss. Does that make sense? So that's where the Tantra part comes in. But it also talks about, it may be time to tie that knot. Like if you guys have been rolling around with it, now may be a good time to kind of make that official in whatever way that is for you. Okay? So that's the first proverb. The second proverb is, which I told you about, Peona, perspective. The second proverb is, let's turn to it. You may be misunderstood on your part of your godparent or whoever is mentoring you. You also may need to receive some additional spiritual guidance. This is talking about Kofa. And Kofa is your hand, your destiny. Like you need to go to your destiny. So in Yoruba tradition, that means you would get your hand at Ifa, which is basically like your whole life's horoscope. Okay. And then, or if you do other spiritual walks, whatever it is to where it has your whole life's horoscope is where you need to be going. If you need help with that, you can DM me. I do have connections to several reputable people who I've been working to for years and who are up and coming rising stars who can help you on this journey. So DM me if you have any questions. But basically, you need to get your whole life's horoscope. It's time. Okay, so that is that one. And then let's go to the other one because it's saying both styles are needed for the Proverbs. Very excited for some reason. The ears do not pass the head. Make sure you're respecting your elders. Okay. Keeping your customs. Adultery is dangerous. Keeping your customs. Okay. Doing things in the system. Systematically. So this is the third one. I guess all the men right here is like, look, don't be trying to commit adultery at this time. Okay, because we ain't trying to hear that. Stick to your customs. Adultery is dangerous. Do not leave your customs. Okay. Okay, it's not talking about restlessness, which is good. And then we're going to get into the actual Odu. So let us go ahead and go to, before we switch over, I'll go to here, hide this. Then we're going to go here. Okay. So these, like I said, these readings are good for 14 days. If you would like your personal reading, I also do Tantra table work, house healings, energy clearings of house and business. I also do various other spiritual stuff. So you can just DM me and we can have a chit chat. I also like to do soul tears repairs. So before, if you come with me, I'm going to make that recommendation. And what it is that basically it's your aura, right? Sometimes if we have traumatic in the womb regarding specifically with the mother and father relation, it usually comes down from the male side. So the male side has hurt and pains that are carrying down through the DNA. Like it becomes cyclical, right? Like kind of like your granddad had diabetes, your great granddad had diabetes, your dad had diabetes. Oh no, I have to watch what I eat because I am propensity to have diabetes. Kind of sort of like that. Okay, so these little soul tears are micro tears in the fourth and fifth layer of our auric field that allows things to get in and things to escape. Think of it as like a house that is not energy efficient. So if you have a house, let's say it has a bad window, it's letting the cool air out in the summertime and letting the cold air in the wintertime, and you're trying to heat your house. So you have to do more in order for you to heat that house, to where if you just had a good window and nothing leaked out or escaped or came in, your heating bill would be less, i.e. taking less energy to do what you need to do, making you energy efficient, right? So what it does, it just seals all that up. So whether you're doing any clearing, you're trying to do manifestation work, you're trying to change stuff, it reduces the amount of energy needed in order to get that work done, i.e. making you more energy efficient. Again, DM me. I'll give you a 10% off coupon code to use on any of my services for this month and this month only. It is my birthday month, so this is my gift to you. So let's get back into this last proverb. Okay, again, the desire to overstep one's boundaries or custom and disobey the rules of decorum. You can't do that right now. It's not advisable for you to do that right now, okay? So that was that. We're going to go ahead and get into the actual Odu itself, okay? All right, and this right here is a title when it should be a crawler. Bam. All right, so the first Orisha that is speaking, and Yamaja has been speaking really hard in all of these readings. Yamaja has told all the men, stay with your woman. Do not go out and creep. You should be doing other things. Like for some of you guys, you should, instead of taking that energy out to go creep and find another woman, you need to work on your financial IQ, so you know that when this money comes, you know exactly what to do and how to multiply it. For others, is you need to work on the self, learn more about self. Whatever it is for you, you need to transmute that energy. And so for you, ego, hunter, executive eagle, we're going to get into that, what you need to do, and it'll all make sense in the end. Okay? Making sure we're all good. Yes. Talk about you being hypersensitive, not sleeping well at night. You two are also kind of missing your mom. Like, when's the last time you've seen your mom? If your mom is living or alive, go visit her. Go visit her. Make sure you're taking care of your eyes and make sure you're taking care of your blood. So you need to do some type of blood cleaner. There are various different things. There's various different teas. You can get red clover tea. You can get detox tea. There's things that are pills that you could take daily. I think it's like Aloe Man, where it has aloe vera, garlic, and parsley that'll cleanse and rejuvenate the blood while you sleep. That's it. Either way, you need to do that, and you need to make it into a system. Like, this needs to be your routine moving forward. for the rest of your life. Like this is a lifelong routine, okay? Make sure you're taking care of your eyes. Are you going to the eye doctor? Are you wearing glasses? You were supposed to wear glasses. You're supposed to be wearing contacts. Were you wanting to get surgery? Or why haven't you done that? Do those things. Take care of your eyes. Make sure you're doing blue light. Has a blue light filter on your phone. Okay. There's also a thing from Dave Asprey. He's a biohacker. He has these glasses, these red tinted glasses that actually he puts on 2 hours before he goes to sleep, and it trains your brain by filtering out that certain type of light that keeps your body awake. Like certain types of light, when it sees it, it says, okay, we're awake. We're supposed to be up now. Okay. Up, up, up. And unfortunately, these are the lights that are being transmitted from like the laptop and things like this. So training the brain, that is also to, just something to throw out. Just food for thought. Okay. Odie speaks of sickness, fright, death, and gossip. So make sure you're watching your character. If you're not cheating, if you're not creeping out at this time, you don't have to worry about no sickness, fright, and gossip, especially from a woman who is scorned. Odie gives everything big at this time, okay? Talks about it. That's it. Odie gives everything big at this time. So again, these are long-lasting habits. These are also habits that are speaking about things that you may carry on to your children, right? Habits that you may give to your children. It also talks about, mental health. When was the last time you had a mental health professional? You need to think about that and need to think about making that a routine. Okay, so I just came from Stonehenge and I had some really powerful insights. So on one side of the spectrum of mental health, you have mental health professionals, psychiatric, psychologists, things that you can talk to, work through your issues, which are helpful, but is not a good fit for everyone. Okay. Then you have things like men's groups, your spiritual advisor, your deacon, your minister you can talk to, men's groups, support groups. Those are also too good. Okay. And then there's the other type where you can work with various different earth energies to clear that mental space. But that requires a little bit of training. DM me if you want to know more about that. But that too is also possible. Things like meditation, Qigong, Tai Chi, martial arts is really good at that. Things like that. And in addition to working with the natural energies that come from the ground that you can just marinate on for a little bit, clear off all that muck, and go about your day. So whatever you are on the spectrum, pick one and make it a habit. And like I said, OD gets everything big, so it needs to be a lifelong habit. Okay. OD says, if your money is funny right now, don't worry, you're going to be sitting on some money. The money is coming. Careful of slipping and falling. Again, if your mother is alive, make sure you go see her. It would behoove you. You can also do a head cleaning that for clearing out that mental, like it's too much mental, too much going in. You could also get table work. Tantra table work will do it. The thing is, whatever you decide, stick to it, make it a routine. It does say that your mother kind of needs that same routine as well. And if not, then make sure if she's not living here, then make sure you have some type of ritual for her, even though she's passed on. Again, DM me if you need assistance. Okay, so Odie says, don't go in a plaza. When Odie Meiji comes, it says, do not go into the plaza. It doesn't mean forever. Never go by the corners, walk in the middle. So what's that saying? When you go to the supermarket, make sure you stay in the middle. Don't hang around in the corners. Okay? still talking. Make sure you do everything on the up and up, because it's talking about people being in trouble with higher authority, a lot of accusations back and forth. Usually a lot of drama. You don't want to get caught up in the drama. Again, stick with your customs. Don't stick with your customs. Get mentally zen. And I'm getting a pull. Stick with your customs. Don't make sure you zen out. Take care of you first. Take care of those who are closest to you, i.e., your mother, things like that. And I'm getting a pull. Trouble with the stomach. Again, it's talking about some stomach issues. So make sure you're watching what you eat. I already said clean the blood, right? It could all be tied in together. Definitely be careful what you eat. It just came out again. Talking about stress with ulcers, stressing yourself out too much to where you're now imploding in on yourself. I said, look, okay, so if the world wants to bless you, the last thing you want is to get all these blessings and then you have to spend the money on getting your body right because your health don't fail down because you don't know how to de-stress. You need to learn how to de-stress. Take the mental stuff out and put it somewhere. I don't care if it's a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a men's group, a deacon, a church, Tantra table work, Qigong, martial arts, walking in nature, de-stressing and grounding, doing Tai Chi, journaling, whatever it is. Find something and stick with it and make sure it gives you results. You need results. You may need 1, 2, or 3. You need more than one. Yeah, you need more than one at this time. So get it and establish a routine, right? Do you understand? Okay, so that's OD. Let's go into a borrow. Borrow deals with money. Here we go. Same thing as last time, money. But yours may be a little bit different because the last one had to strengthen their IQ about money. But as an eagle, an executive, we should already be at that point. So I'm gonna be interested to see what Abara has to say specifically for you. It does say your money is a little funny, like you got more going out than you have coming in, right? Need everything, don't have enough, right? Okay, there are people around you who do not like you. You should wear white. Wear white as much as possible. Respect all people, especially with those older than you with white or gray hair. Talks about lies turning into truth turning into lies. Your life may be Hollywood. You may have to tell them lies in order for them to believe you, but the king does not lie. You have to take the truth and be truthful, not only with your others, but with yourself at this time for your own spiritual growth. Again, if you pay a lot of attention to your business, it'll come out good. You should do a bowl or offering and listen to the things your mate tells you. Take their advice. They'll bring you a lot of luck. Shango says liquor is your worst enemy for these next 14 days. Talk about not getting along with your brothers and sisters, even though it doesn't seem like that. Right now, they're not true to you. And that's because they have their own stuff going on. They can't really be paying attention to you like that. This Odu speaks of a lying person who talks in front and back of you. That is talking into like you're gonna know when people are lying to you, like instantly. Like you got that perception on lock for right now. It also tells you can also get like heated up really quick. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you keep water around you, drinking the water. When you go to sleep at night, you're not good at remembering your dreams. It talks about being afraid of the police. Given the current climate circumstances, that's kind of warranted. Like that's very understandable. But you need to make sure you're taking care of your own personal matters first. And I'm trying to stay on time here. And he's finished up. Okay, so that's it. So that's it for you. Okay, let's recap really quick so I can stay on time, at least get it down to a couple of minutes. Okay, so perspective. Fiona doesn't know false, red or black. Learning to deal with other people's perspective. Everybody's not going to have the same perspective of you. Make sure you're obeying your customs. Okay, it may be time for a legal marriage. I think I said that in this one. Also, 6-8. What did that talk about? Make sure you establish a routine. The ears don't pass the head. Respect your elders. That came up several times for you. Respect your elders. It's talking about some type of disagreement you have with elders. It's okay to have different ideas. It's not okay to be disrespectful. So you need to clean your blood. So your blood is kind of dirty. When was the last time you detoxed? You need to detox and you need to establish a routine, okay? You also need to establish a routine to help with your mental. You're too mental right here. It's like I had a lot of mental pull right here. Find some ways to de-stress on a routine basis. One other thing that OD deals with is he gives everything big. So what you do now in the next 2 weeks, good and or bad, will cycle, meaning you'll see it 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 2 years from now, 3 years, 5 years from now. And we're rooting for you to be good. However, if it's bad, it could carry on to the next generation. Like the children are watching and they see it and will emulate. That's kind of what it's saying. So we want to make sure we're instilling healthy habits in order to be a good example for our future generation, right? So it's not so much like in the last reading, the last archetype reading, where you had to strengthen your IQ. This is so much where you have to strengthen your mental fortitude. If you're a sci-fi buff like me and you saw the Avengers, I think was it? No, it was the last, the guy with the cape, the guy that does all the Doctor Strange. If you saw the Doctor Strange when they were under attack, their fortress was under attack. And he said, fortify your mind. That is what I'm talking about for you for this month. And the blessings are coming. The blessings are coming from the world, but we don't want it to be so overbearing that we sabotage it, if that makes sense. Okay. So thank you for joining, liking, sharing, subscribing. If you would like to get a 10% off coupon for all my services, I'm giving that for this month because it is my birthday month. Just DM me and we'll get that started for you. Until next time, I will see you next